Hello guys, my name is Anna and I'm a Ukrainian, and I have decided I will vlog daily from my country Ukraine since the start of this awful war with Russia. And in my daily videos I try to update you on the important real-life situations in Ukraine, and of course I'm always glad to answer your questions and to clarify some facts from our history, culture, background, or whatever interests you. And today I want to speak a little bit more about European Union and Ukraine, as this is the week of important decisions, and I do believe that our being a part of the European Union, or at least being a candidate to the European Union, will change a lot of things in Ukraine. Many of you say me these are good news. Others tell me you don't have to be optimistic because European Union is, and many minuses of the European Union. I have to tell you that I'm a very sober person and I'm very realistic that European Union does not solve the problems that we have, and I also know that European Union has lots of problems. And of course it's a little bit different than it was, for example, when Poland joined the EU in, seems to me, 2004. I do believe this was the golden time of the EU maybe, and they had lots of money and lots of energy to invest in other countries. Today it's different because of internal problems and of course because of Russia's influence, because I do believe they have shaken lots of things globally, and European Union is one of the reasons. Also, I know that my country was a part of a really bad union, but even good unions do not last forever. This happens with anything, with marriages, with businesses, so it does happen with political and economical organizations like European Union. But still, I am very much pro-EU here, and I can tell that to a certain extent I'm an expert because I work in many EU funded projects, but I do like the standards they put. And of course when you think about bureaucracy and problems that exist in EU, you don't know the level of bureaucracy and problems we have here in Ukraine. It's present everywhere, but the very simple question, if you look at life in non-EU European countries or in Russia, you will definitely choose even a bad EU country. I have to confess that if Ukraine had an opportunity to join European Union back in 2004 after Orange Revolution that we had with President Yushchenko, I do believe this could have changed the situation for us drastically, and we wouldn't have Maidan and we wouldn't have this war. I believe that. And of course NATO is important, but today we're talking about EU. And also it is an extremely important breakup from the Ruski Mir post-Soviet area, and a very important symbol. So for me, perhaps the greatest part of joining the European Union or becoming a candidate and even an association with the European Union was very important for me. The reason is that this is an demonstration that we separate from that communist part of the world and we join the democratic world. Also, there are lots of good standards that are developed in the European Union, starting from education and finishing with the judicial systems. And I do believe there are lots of things that must be changed in Ukraine, and judicial system is perhaps number one, because we had police reform and it's more or less normal, but with courts we still have lots of problems, and it's kind of half of the reform when you have normal police and then you have bad courts. It doesn't work like that. Also, this joint cultural, educational, traveling area is extremely important, and visa-free regime is something that we enjoyed a lot. I have to confess you that when I traveled, when I was a student, there were lots of moments when we spent like hours on the border, and once I almost missed my plane to Brussels because I have spent 9 or 10 hours on the border with Poland. I have never planned to escape or to become a legal immigrant. It's not the kind of my style, you know. And I felt a little bit humiliated, and you always feel humiliated when they check your luggages. And also, funny thing about me, like I'm pretty nervous at the customs. I don't know why. And when I read these newspapers, like they have found a criminal because he was suspicious of his behavior. My behavior on various borders and planes is very suspicious. So if you notice a suspicious person, and that's me, I'm not carrying anything bad. It's just me behaving on the customs like that. But all of that is extremely important symbolically. And once I have a conversation with a serious MP of the European Union who came to our university where I worked, I won't name him, but he's from Germany. And once I've asked him, how come it's so easy to come and live in Germany for people who come from totally different cultures, and so difficult for us when we share so many things, starting from Christianity and finishing with, I don't know, lifestyle, family organizations. And he told me, like, it was not an official speech, it was a dinner, and he told me, we are afraid of the ghost of communism that comes with you. So I believe you. I promise you, we have destroyed all the vampires, not only ghost of communism, and we are going to come clean, and moreover we are ready to teach you how to fight and kill these vampires of communism. I am very grateful for those of you who say that maybe Ukraine is also important to the EU, and I hope that there are things that we can bring, like some fresh air, fresh enthusiasm and belief in the values of the European Union and this young democracy. And there are lots of things that Ukraine can give. We are the largest country in Europe. We have a lot of population. Definitely it's dropping, but this is a lot of population. We have beautiful culture, and we are very friendly, and we are very thirsty for this normal European communication, and we are eager to learn, and we get to teach some things that may be useful as an example, or just on contrary as a warning. So I do understand that Britain for some reason left European Union, and Britain is also one of my favorite countries, and in Ukraine we often have jokes that maybe we should have joined Commonwealth. I know this offers open because there are things that we share in common, and today Britain stands really strong for us. But I am very much pro-European Union, and I'm happy to read that many people, not just if some politicians do have doubts, people are very much pro-Ukrainian, and it seems to me that in all the countries of the European Union, the population is more in support of Ukraine joining the European Union, not just becoming a candidate. And if you have noticed, I'm sitting close to a cafe that I've told you about, just the opposite side of the street, but this was a cafe that I liked, with tasty coffee and prosecco, which is good for summer. It was closed because of war, and I have noticed it's reopened this week, and I was really glad, but I found out they have different owners, because the owners of this cafe went to the Ukrainian armed forces. And this is a very illustrative thing actually about the situation in Ukraine. Many good people, talented in their spheres of life, leave and have to do different things because they choose their motherland. They are not professional soldiers. They are professional baristas, they are professional teachers, they are professional doctors, but they have to. They have this, like, some people are hiding, some people are escaping, some people are in doubts, in depression, and others join the Ukrainian forces and protect. And I'm drinking coffee. I'm very grateful for you buying me coffees. That is an inspiration I didn't know about. Do you know that I have learned about this option from you? And this is not something I'm doing my videos for, but definitely this inspires me. And actually I plan to launch a better quality project, that not so often, not as a vlog, but maybe something. I'm thinking on that, and I do have an idea that can be useful, and the inspiration comes from the coffees that you buy me, and of course from the advice that you leave me. Thank you once again for watching. Thank you for your subscriptions. And if you like my vlogs, like them to make them more visible, because I do want to keep the world informed about the situation in my beautiful country, Ukraine, and hopefully a future candidate for the European Union. Thank you for watching. Slava Ukraini!